Greetings, fellow Wendigo. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld, the first Wendigo, episode 127, Food Forecast. So before I start, I wanted to highlight one change to the Wendigos. Before I streamed today, about 3 hours prior, I polled about whether or not I should change the series a little bit to try to make genetically modifying species easier, and the vote overwhelmingly was yes. So in the bottom right here, you see a mod called More Gene Complexity. And what this mod does, if I go into the mods option, is it changes the metabolic offset to allow you for a larger metabolic range. So I'm using this so that we can go above or below, I should say, the -5 genetic complexity for metabolism, allowing us to not be restricted by metabolism as much. In fact, I am going to up the flat bonus to 15. And that mod is on the workshop. It is not made by Cathodon. It was just one I found that I was actually thinking about using before this series kicked off and decided against it. So what we're doing right now is, let's get this farm together. It's an ambitious project, but one that I think really requires doing. We have been struggling to keep prisoners fed and heal root rolling off the line. Oh, one other thing I did, and I'm sure this will be a benefit to all of you, is you know that so in Block Unwanted Minutia, the letter of the crisis of belief, I've turned that off. I don't even know why prisoners are... Oh, wow, that did not take long. I don't really know why prisoners constantly gripe about crisis of belief. It's like, I don't really care what your beliefs are, you're prisoners, and I'm not trying to recruit you. If it was up to me, what I would do in the prisoner tab is only get crisis of belief if you're trying to convert or enslave. And if you're just farming and blood feeding them, crisis of belief would be turned off. That's just my 2 cents. So I guess we're going straight into a raid. This is nice and spicy. Thank you, Randy, for that. Did you spy a goal change? Yeah, actually, that goal change is from 2 weeks ago to make the end goal a little bit more reasonable. Because as it is now, I could be streaming this for another year and maybe not meet it. So we've got 13 centipedes coming in. The centipede shredder, otherwise known as the uranium slug turrets, should be able to handle this pretty well, but regardless, I'm going to put everybody, all of the mechs behind the walls, all the people behind the walls. I might have Wendy go torment them a little bit for funsies, because that's what she's good at, but right now she actually doesn't have a lot of psi focus, so maybe I'll hold off on that. One thing I could do is hit them with Insanity Lances, just to, soften them up, and I have so many Insanity Lances that I might not, it's pretty affordable. So, I think that is what I'll do. Let me see. Fiep? Oh, you still have the baby gene, don't you? Yeah, you're still baby gened. Alright, Dave, it's going to be you. You are going to lance for me. Send in the Dave. Oh, No. Alright, this door is closed. Do I have a valid path for them? This is open. That's open. Okay, I do. I all of a sudden worried that there was no valid path. They are preparing a while, so Dave here has a little bit of time to be able to go torment them. It also gives time for Wendy to gain psi focus. So if you're wondering if once the project succeeds, will I make a mod to add Wendigos? You don't even really need a mod for that. You can edit your own endogene without mods, so it's not necessary to incorporate mods in that case. But I do have plans on using Wendigo in the future, if you're wondering. Another thing that I was hoping to do is to get rise it here up to Sidelink 5 if possible. Maybe through donation of gold or something. in order to get him able to far skip, which would be pretty significantly useful. Oh, you know what? I actually forgot. So there's another thing that I meant to mention, and again, I forgot, is that, you know how when I far skipped the prisoner's home and they escaped? That is currently a bug, and it's been patched on Unstable Branch. So I forgot to enable Unstable Branch, and that's completely my fault. But yeah, that is a known bug, and one that I had meant to fix. So I might, at some point, if we're going to go abducting Neanderthals, is save, enable the Unstable Branch, and load. Because I don't think that there's a way around that bug other than just the update. That's my fault. But I was wondering about that, because it was very annoying that... Oh, I still even have... Oh, it just timed out. Wow. What timing? Yeah, that was pretty annoying that everybody had, like, a prisoner escaped! Negative modifiers, which tanked mood for a while, and it was completely not my fault whatsoever. And I'd mentioned that I thought it wasn't my fault, and lo and behold, yeah, it's reported on Unstable Branch as a bug. Same with the bug where there's delays in mech bosses. That too is a bug that has been fixed, largely due to Cathanon reporting it and patching it. So that's cool. All right, Dave, I might actually let you sleep because you are exhausted, and maybe I'll send Mass. So all I'm trying to do is I'm trying to soften up... Oh, no, not Mass. I can't send a Mechanitor. Chimic, I'll send you. I'm trying to soften them up so that I don't have to spend so much uranium taking them out. Because it's not worth expending that much uranium. Did I check if anesthetic can stop them from escaping? Most of them were actually unconscious still due to the shock lance. And so I didn't check if anesthesia works, but the bug is pretty bad. I don't think the bug cares if you're anesthetized or not. I could be wrong about that. Don't quote me. Missed me. Alright, Chimic. Let's actually have you just use a lance for your everyday carry. So up here, the two that I berserked are dead. The burners are well and good. And then the gunner and blaster are damaged. Alright. And on Giles, thank you for the resub and turtle sandwich as well. I'll drink to that. Have I tried Starborn 2? No, I have not. So I believe I was in a process of having to re-xenogerm Fayep and Lilin. So I'm gonna have to cook those up. I don't... Yeah, okay. Now is maybe a really bad time to do it, but I'm gonna do it now anyway. So let's do Fayep first. Before I even do that, Body Pure, Sanguine, Bloodlust. And with strong melee damage. Okay, so that's pretty obvious what we're gonna design him for. Another brawler. I'd like to try to incorporate very fast runner into my brawlers, because it would be a really nice thing to have. Dead Calm to counteract the aggressive, so the metabolic efficiency is really expensive. Reduce pain, unattractive. Now for the weakness. I wanted to avoid pyrophobia, because it can be a real problem. Nearsightedness is fine. Awful shooting. Awful craft. Awful art. Awful plants. Awful cook. Awful intellectual. Poor social. And we're at +6, so there's plenty of room to do super fast wound healing. Intense UV. Super immunity. Very happy. Dark vision. Better, whatever. Manipulation. Them's the words I'm trying to look for. Better phalanges, exactly. And the real question is, maybe I'll give Furry Tail over just the awful shooting to stay warmer, and then cold tolerant. And I could probably ditch some. I'll ditch unattractive. I'm wondering if I should make Fire Up a great miner, because the increased manipulation would help. So here we go. Here's the Fire Up gene. Hope I didn't miss anything. I don't think I did. Oh, I'm missing great melee. Derp. Okay, let's add great melee, forget great mining, and pretend I didn't overlook that. I do a little bit of adjustment. I'd like to try to get great mining, so I'm going to ditch cold tolerant in lieu of it. So great melee, great mining, awful everything else, and this looks about right. Oh, did I forget poor animals? I did. Okay. Well, I guess you're cold tolerant again. And then Lilins. So let's look at Lilin first. Lilin, you are teetotaler, night owl, jealous. And you're a pigskin hybrid. So I might make you a researcher. Because of the amount of templates that I have to make out of the assemblers and the ground pen scanning, all that, it would help to have more smarter people. So that's what I'm gonna go with. Trying to make you intelligent. So elongated fingers, dark vision. I'm not gonna give you nearsightedness. I'm gonna allow you to use a gun. Reduce pain and robust. Dead calm. Kind vision, or kind vision, kind instinct. Awful art, awful plants. Poor plants, which gets overridden by awful plants, but with great intellectual. Awful craft. Poor social, poor animals. Awful cooking. Okay, and metabolic efficiency is still in the negative, so unattractive, maybe? Or is there something else I could ditch? No, we'll do unattractive. Alright, this looks about right. Cool. And here's the Lilin gene. So that will be someone that will help out with gene assembling and ground pen scanning, that kind of stuff. These mechs are shredding each other, and this one is about to enter the kill box. Hey, Jack, thank you for the resub. I'm gonna have Wendy do a little bit of berserking. Nope, that didn't help. Never mind. They're dying too quick. And the ones on the east are heading my way. And I could probably berserk those to slow them down. In fact, it might just be fun, not because I need to, but because it's fun, to absolutely just whack this one with our brawlers. Can I take more blood? Major blood loss? Yeah, that's fine. So Dave definitely needs armor, but everybody has a shield belt, so I'm not even worried about this thing shooting at me. It's not even trying to oh, there it goes. Good try, buddy. Alright, before Wendy starts to get shot up by the Infernos. Have her intervene. Why are you trying to bash? Oh, so stupid. Hate when they do that. And now there's fire, and I have to flee the area because she is scared of it. Didn't even watch this fight. Wow, no one even took damage. Maybe I'll just have these brawlers head over there to clean up whatever gets killed. Plus, I could have Wendy skip specific mechs away from the group so that my brawlers can isolate and kill. I don't even think it's going to be able to get a shot off now. It won't. Alright, well that one's dead. I guess I'll keep the brawler party together. I am out of heat, so if I want to take out the rest of these, I need to wait for heat dissipation. Oh, here we go. You wonder how many episodes until we can make a better vampire? Redesign the vampire? Well, that's a good question. So, in 24 days, Kath is scannable, and then Wendy is almost able to reimplant. So if I find another baseliner, or if I override a genie or something, actually that could be something that I do to RMOs or Eevee. Is once we scan the genes off of the genie to get awful. I think we're waiting on awful social here, and then of course great shooting. Once we scan those, I could always turn them into vampires instead of genies or hussars, and go ahead and try for yet another vampire to scan. Not unreasonable. Ooh, good plasteel. I'm sort of impressed that I've been using my brawlers willy-nilly, and whoa, you're aiming at Wendy. I don't like that. Bye-bye. And not a single one of them have been harmed yet. Like, not even by headbutts. Oh, there we go. Vendetta finally took a headbutt to the leg, said MIDI. But 2 bruises for, what was it, 13 centipedes? Is kind of like, yep, you got managed. All right, mechs, you are going to be unrestricted, including the lifters and constructors. Oh, why are my constructoids in different groupings now? Probably because they were on dormant self-charge, because they got revived, that's why. Yep, that's my fault. Okay. We're back to where it should be. Perfect. So it looks like the facility here is coming together. The farm walls are almost done. Cactus, how old are you? Oh, you're a slave. Never mind. No drugs for slaves. That looks about right. So still waiting on those xenogerms to be cooked up. We've made 0 progress and 23 progress alike. Wendy is working on getting her psi focus back up after that fight, and then still waiting on that farm. Or farms, plural. I think the excess of power that we have should be enough for the farms, but it wouldn't be a bad idea for me to add some additional solar panels to try to offset the cost. I think it's probably pretty safe to put solar panels down maybe here. This is not likely space I'm ever going to use for any reason. So I'm going to chip away at the mountain and put a little bit of a solar field over here. I want to leave a little bit of space between the wall and the field so that I can wall in the solar field if I want to prevent it from unnecessary damage. You know, putting in another retaining wall here if necessary. Hey, Blap. Blap Kicker, thank you for the sub. While the kitchen's being redesigned, can we change its chimney? Yeah, I could dump the heat into the farm instead of into this hallway. All this hallway still needs the heat dump because this hallway is perpetually unroofed due to the ground pen scanner. But if I wanted to redesign it, I could just heat dump like this, right? Just put them up there or over here or something like that. I don't know. Well, I can consider it once we make a little bit more progress with the farm. Or alternatively, have you guys vote for it to be a goal at some point once I'm done kidnapping Neanderthals. Wow, you are not doing a good job here, Fangface. You have butchered so many people in the name of ovum extraction. So I have a lot of eggs to fertilize here, and I'm really curious about the metabolic efficiency changes and how significant they might be to breeding. I didn't really have time to test how helpful this mod change is going to be. So that will be interesting to see. So I probably like 5 solar panels is going to be enough to offset the cost of the new farms, but I'll do 6. 6 should be plenty. Yeah, cactus is definitely swimming through the mountain. Absolutely. So, Wendy, you are working on building, even though your psi focus isn't up. Okay. This is Leyland's xenogerm. And then we're working on FIOPs, and then on the bottom here, I will load up some more passive prisoners. Is there something... I'll give them intense UV sensitivity. It raises the complexity, but the metabolic efficiency should easily offset, like, anything I want. Is there any way to make them worse? Not really. I don't want delicate. I could give them pyrophobic, but that actually could be annoying. It could definitely backfire in some cases. Super fast wound healing wouldn't be terrible for when I butcher them accidentally on failed surgeries. I mean, same with robust. I actually wouldn't mind having them be robust either. I want them to experience pain so they're easy to drop, but I don't want them to necessarily die. I don't really need to do violence disabled, but I could. The reason I don't really need to do violence disabled is they are dead calmed, so they're not going to fight anyway. But I could, instead of nearsightedness. It's funny that nearsightedness and violence disabled, like, counteract one another, but I get it. Yeah, this works. They're already an awful shot. Give them more awful stuff so that there's no possibility of them being over the metabolic efficiency. So I'm going to name this the perfect passive prisoner. Save template. I'll give them the happy little... I don't know, I'll do the little dome head. Here we go. Start combining that. I'm feeding them better than feeding them raw Stutag, because I'm feeding them nutrient paste, which is even more efficient. So that works. How could it be possible to disable someone by implanting genes? No, there aren't genes that exist that are going to allow you to accomplish that. You can't fully disable someone in that way. A little worried about these prisoners here dying of malnutrition because food isn't being delivered. I want to go to a point where I have enough rice that I don't really have to micromanage this anymore, because it's annoying. Oh man. You guys are busy. That is one ugly room, though. I'm surprised they don't complain. Onyx, thank you for the resub. We have a coma coming on in about a day, which is fine. Genes are still regrowing. I'm trying to fix the whole, this stupid hopper doesn't have a stack of meat. You're not assigned to cooking? Oh, come on. That is hardly a cooking job. Where are you? You're... Wow. There was meat, like, right next... Okay, fine. Whatever. I'm keeping shelves full of meat, and these guys go the long way. Well, at least they can now eat. That's good. Because those hybrids are, you know, kind of important in the scheme of things. How many genes are we still looking for the Hussar? That's a good question. So let's analyze. I don't currently have great shooting. That would be really nice. I don't have Go Juice dependency. I don't have Unstoppable. So those 3 would be really helpful. I believe I have... I don't know if I have awful animals. So here's the awful that I have. I don't have awful animals, so that would be another really useful one. So a lot of the Hussar. I don't have awful social either. I do have awful art and awful plants. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And since I have so many genes I want from them, also psychically deaf wouldn't be a bad one to have either. I don't believe I have that. No, I don't have that either. So 6 out of 21, I think. Because I don't really care about hyper-aggressive. I don't need mental breaks always violent. That's not productive. I wouldn't mind red eyes, but I would say 6 out of 21. Or 6.5 out of 21, something like that. Alright, so what is this? Far skip, that needs to be hauled away. Immune enhancer and learning assistant should be implanted. Learning assistant, that's a good question. Who gets that? I'm gonna give it to Bryzit. And then low, I'm gonna give you the immuno enhancer, because the doctor should recover from illnesses faster. Because it's, you know, important, I guess. And in a second here, I'll start fertilizing the eggs. So it looks like all that's left of this farm project is to plan out the benches and put in the lights. And, you know, destroy a lot of walls. I'll start with these and then figure out the full shape. Some of this was already steel floored, but not all of it. Or concreted, I should say. Oh, here we go. Got the solar fields. It's fun to watch Wendy build. Like instant. There's something fun about using the sun to power up farms to benefit a vampire. Low with inspired creativity. Don't you not have crafting skills? Oh no, you have a craft 17. What should Low make? I'm gonna start just with weapon and armor. And then we can specify the weapon or armor. So, there's a quick little poll for you. And for now, I'm going to make sure that she does not smith or tailor anything. So there isn't an accident. You are waiting for your learning assistant. And low. Okay. I think that stuff is being hauled right now, which is why I can't do the surgeries. But given Fangface's recent failures of IVF, I am probably going to have Wendy do it. Healthy vet fur. Nice. So, I already have names for this. This individual is going to be named Val. Val Rhadamant. Actually, no. Val Dolo. Val Dolo. You sound like you're out of the Star Wars universe. So this one is a super immune. So this has the genes of a waster. So this was a good waster baby. Great. So first thing is implant the baby gene. And it reminds me I'm going to have to make some new baby genes. So I'm going to immediately take to operate. So sorry, Lo and Bryzit, your surgeries are going to be postponed. And it looks like weapon it is. All right. What weapon? Melee, ranged. And then I'll just pick specifically what kind of weapon based on melee or ranged. No more crying, or you're going to lose your tongue. I wonder if you can... Nope, apparently you can't rip out the tongues of babies. That's too bad. I'm sure there was herbal meds that were, like, closer. That was a long way to go for herbal meds. And another healthy birth. And this one also has a name. The others are going to be raffled off to you guys, but this one's going to be Tatiana, or Tati. Tati Banish. Actually, Banish's last name is Rurift, so that's fine. And you're a male, and you are sort of an Edekin hybrid. Got it. So you also will need a baby xenogerm. Let's get that implanted. I don't know which one's which, so I'm going to wait for this implantation to finish up so I don't queue up the wrong one. A bulk goods trader. And I don't believe I called this bulk goods trader in. This one's just happenstance. What? Okay, there's Tati. Dave, what are you doing? You're feeding Tati? No, Tati doesn't need feeding. Tati needs an operation. A little reminder of why I'm operating. You learn faster when you have passions, so what I'm doing is I'm purposely implanting passions so that they learn skills while in the growth fats at a higher rate. And then you end up with individuals like Banish, not that Banish has good traits, but Banish, who ended up with 6 melee while in the vat. Because Banish really has never seen the light of day, but gained 6 melee, 3 crafting, and 3 medical, despite being vat taught. And you guys want a ranged weapon. Okay, maybe I'll give you some choices. What ranged weapon? Charge lance, minigun, charge rifle, sniper rifle, chain shotgun. Do I even have minigun oh yeah, I have all research. Never mind. Dumb question. My relationship with my allies is tenuous at best, but with that said, it is the right season to call them in. So I'm going to go give them a ring for some more trade. I want to buy more shock lances. I really don't have a lot of shock lances. And shock lances will allow me to capture Neanderthals. There we go. 2 healthy fat brown babies. Okay, I will absolutely need to gift a lot of stuff to the incoming trade caravans. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unlock the corset tailoring so that my crafters craft corsets. The only thing I need to make sure is that low does not make a corset, but I took low off of tailoring, so that should be fine. Low doesn't craft tailor or smith right now, so there's no threat of using the inspiration wrong. I actually thought ahead for once. Strange, I know, because I completely know not to do that, but I've done it. And don't forget the caravan that wandered in. Yep. Sorry, Wendy. No rest for the wicked. That saying has a lot more meaning in this series than any other series I've ever run in my life. I don't think anyone's been as evil as Wendy. She reaches a whole new tier of evil. Oh, you know what? Why is there so many? I mean, I don't mind, but I'm rather surprised that there's so many traders that are just wandering in. It's nice. I guess it's the right season. And that's why they're coming. Okay, chain shotgun. Cool. Oh, look at this list. Here's the chain shotgun. Raise it up. Made by Low. Put her on smithing. And have her machine one up. Is she at the top of her evolution? Yes. She is peak evolution. She's very evolved. Oh, this door should be closed. And then... just to slow incoming raiders from easily being able to make it through this long maze, I'm just going to add some additional walls to slow them down, to give me more time to react. So now incoming raiders have to go around, down, and then in. Gives me a lot more time to deal with quick raiders. I am gonna absolutely buy your corn. Sell the wolf skin. I need to put T-Sang back on shirt and pants for Thrumbo, because I have a lot of Thrumbo, and yep. There was no jeans I wanted to sell. I don't know about eggs. I wasn't really looking. In trainer I can use for Lilin once Lilin gets implanted. I have, like, nothing to sell right now. I probably don't need to buy the wood. I'm sitting on a decent amount. Sell human meat? Nah, human meat is precious to us. I can sell the insect meat, though. And I'm going to sell the this tiny stack meat, because the tiny stacks of meat screw up the hoppers. so it's best not to even have it. I could sell high subcores to balance the budget a little. Well, you know, I have so much silver, I'm not even going to bother. I don't trust the animals there. I'm going to have Wendy move the corn away. Because I fully expect that that their animals are just going to get hungry and eat my purchased corn. That's what they do. So cactus and rogi. All that away for me. Yeah, another project that could be worked on next after I do the farm and abduct Neanderthals is to make some additional hauler and farm bots. I think that that's a very reasonable thing to do, personally. Medical emergency. Oh, yeah, whatever. You're in a coma. I don't care. There's 30 days until I can care about that. All right, where's the other trade caravan? Here they are. It's quite cold, so I bet they're going to leave very soon. Typical that the last solar panel to connect the whole grid is, yeah, the final one. Yeah, I know, right? I also might add in some redundancy so that I can't lose them as easily. And maybe put, like I said, a retaining wall around it, just so that it's less likely to get messed with by raiders coming in the east door, or almost not at all likely. Oh, what? Your bulkers trader that didn't even come in with vegetables? How disappointing. How thoroughly disappointing. You did come in with wool, though. I'll buy some wool. And this trade is as boring as the last one. There really isn't anything I want to buy off of them. So the wool's good for, like, slave toques, so that the slaves that aren't allowed to wear warm clothing don't die so easily from the cold. Oh, and I got there just in time, as I thought might be the case. All right, Wendy, I do believe that we have 2 surgeries queued up, the Learning Assistant and the Immunoenhancer. Wendy isn't getting the Immunoenhancer because A, she doesn't have an organic kidney, and B, she's has perfect immunity. If you're wondering why I wasn't offering it to her, she can't get sick, so it's kind of moot. She's a vampire. Fangface, I don't trust you. So where are you? Here you are. Prediction. Will Lowe's weapon be legendary? Yes or no? I'll give you only 1 minute to predict, because it's coming out soon. Hey, Mercenary, thank you for the sub. Welcome to the stream. And Xanth, thank you for the resub. And Krieg as well. Sorry I missed it. I'm easily distractible today, I guess. So I'm giving this to Bryzit, because Bryzit, I don't know. I don't have a good reason to give it to Bryzit. But I give it to Bryzit anyway. Bryzit's a Psycaster, so I'm trying to invest in Bryzit. Because my sidecasters are likely to be the least likely to be endangered, is maybe a good way of saying it. They're least expendable. Because it's very hard to get another sidecaster out of nothing. That is a bad place for herbal medicine. What are we putting in here? I need to redesign this kitchen at some point. Mr. Chimmick was right. This thing's a mess. I'm gonna wait until the farms are done, though. I love when they're sleeping, they're all lined up. Makes feeding so much easier. And the blood is full. Thank you for tuning in to The First Wendigo, which originally streamed live on Twitch, March 26th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Wendigo,